Rashid Kidwai, I'm going to get you back into this conversation. And, the Ala command at the time, or the high command at the time of the entire CLP fiasco was clearly not at its best or the strongest. You had them, the MLAs at that point of time, the likes of Shantilal Dhariwal and the other two, thumbing their nose at the high command, saying that, who are you? It is Ashok Gehlot who runs the show. Will the high command now flex its muscle?
I'm glad, Preeti, you asked this question. Mr. Ashok Gehlot is now a king without kingdom. It is for the political party, that is the Congress, its PCC chief, to give Form B, to give ticket. The chief minister has no say. He can go on equating Manesar incident to that what happened in September 25th, 2022. But there is no correlation. Mr. Gehlot is coming up with all kind of smart talk and wit, etc. But he knows that he's out of the race. You see, now he's at a daya and kripa of Congress leadership. It is for the Congress leadership to, give ticket or not. Only thing is whether Congress would want make it to, would want to make it ugly it was during, Punjab election when we saw Navjot Sidhu and all kind of, removal of Amrinder and the entire drama. So whether Congress can afford that or not, I think the Congress is going down, and let's see, how it shapes up. But just one last thing, Preeti, that what he said about, I want to quit chief minister. It's a very lazy argument. It reminds me of my, school, college days when I say, "Main kambal ko chodo, kambal mujhe nahi chod raha," in that, winter morning when my parents would say, "You get up and go to school, college." So this is not a thing. If he wanted, he would have, and he's trying to mock Sonia Gandhi. I'm again saying it. In yesterday's meeting also, Sonia Gandhi made it very clear. Sonia, Rahul, both of them made it very clear about Shanti Dhariwal. You can't pick a fight with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul in the Congress and stay on.
All right, you can't pick a fight with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul and stay on. Rajdeep, once again, back into this conversation. What do you make? Even today, yes, you had Ashok Gehlot on the ticket, but that entire, theatrics or the optics, whatever one might call it, where Sachin Pilot and truce was brokered, it was brokered on the grounds of there will be no CM face announcement. And today you have Mr. Gehlot saying that it's going to be me.
Taking off from what my friend Rashid just said, that you can't take on Rahul and Sonia Gandhi and survive. Well, Ashok Gehlot did exactly a year ago, this very month.
Yes.
You will recall a parallel Congress legislature party meeting was held against the official CLP, which was to be held, where Mallikarjun Kharge, who subsequently became Congress president, was the observer, was kept waiting. You were there in Jaipur at the time. And Ashok Gehlot virtually thumbed his nose at the Congress high command and refused to take up the post of Congress president, and instead
and all the action that was promised, nothing came of it.
So all the disciplinary action that was promised against Shanti Dhariwal, against Mahesh Joshi, against Dharmendra Rathod, what happened to that? In fact, Rashid is right. At yesterday's meeting, when Shanti Dhariwal's name was put up as a candidate from North Kota, there was Shanti in the room. Because Sonia Gandhi questioned, is this the same person who rebelled? And are we going to give him a ticket? Now the challenge, therefore, as I said, the battle at the moment is not Sachin Pilot versus Ashok Gehlot. That's done and dusted, Preeti, over. The real battle now is Congress High Command trying to assert its authority.
Why is that
over?
Why is that over? Because over for now, but if in ticket distribution, because even though it's only 37 days left, they have penciled in 104 names. If Sachin Pilot's names are accommodated, why is that battle over?
No, there is every reason to believe that Mr. Pilot's recommendations could well be accommodated. Actually, the interesting part is Sunil Kanogulu, who's emerging as the new sort of face within the Congress on election strategy, is the one who's given a whole list based on a survey that he's done of people who should be given tickets. It includes the names of about 30 to 35 MLAs who should be dropped. Now, the Rahul Gandhi is going into that meeting with that list. So there's that list, there's Mr. Gehlot's list, and the two are not necessarily meeting, which is why you haven't had the Congress even come up with the first list at the moment. But let's be very clear, Preeti, this is a battle between a regional satrap who believes that for the last 5 years he has been able to stay on in power despite the BJP trying to bring down his government, and a much weakened party high command. However, post-Karnataka, naturally there's a more muscular approach that the high command is adopting. We'll have to see how this plays out. At the end of the day, that is really the battle. Both a year ago, and now and one which is playing out again.
Right. Avinash, Kalla, you know what Rajdeep spoke of, the regional satrap. There are chinks in the armor of the regional satrap as well, because only yesterday you had Mr. Dotasra who went ahead and said that A, there's no CM face. That is for the High Command to decide. So whoever is saying it's Ashok Gehlot, it is not Ashok Gehlot. And then he also made that very clear, that as per our recommendations, we are dropping 30 faces, and some of them are the close favorites of none else but the sitting Chief Minister.
See, it's very right, and just before the code of conduct was to be put out, most of the congressmen were in a mood to get the conduct out early so that the government stronghold on the party is eased out. Now that is eased out. Earlier, you only used to have Mr. Pilot and Mr. Gehlot, but now Mr. Dotasra is making his head count, and it is not about dropping the 30 seats. Also, remember, last time around, there were similar fights on tickets. Now, the 6 BSP people who came in, now 5 want a Congress ticket. On those seats, where will the Congress's last time MLA candidates go? And there were 13 independents, loyalists of Mr. Gehlot, who contested independent, and he now wants them on a Congress ticket. So who will the party take? Would it be those who fought last time, lost it in a triangular fight? So it's not about just these 3 people. It's a lot more than these 3 people and the other loyalists who helped Gehlot secure his position as the chief minister. And Mr. Dotasra asserted, because you took his name in, there is a seat called Jhotwada, where Rajyavardhan is contesting. The moment Rajyavardhan's name came out, there was a BJP guy who turned out to be a rebel. And Mr. Dharmendra Rathod, we are being told, was pushing for that guy, Ashu Singh Surpura, a Rajput leader, to contest on a Congress ticket, and Mr. Dotasra vetoed it. So this is what the party insiders are telling us. So now everybody else whose voice was not being heard is taking their own positions and making themselves count.